am having a very bad day. I am in no mood.
Nothing ever goes right. Nothing ever goes right for us. And then the third pick came. Not number 2. I mean, you can't even get to the top 2. The third pick with Memphis and New Orleans as your only competition. Tatum, the deputy commissioner of the NBA, otherwise a good man, but I don't like him today. He sits up there and announces the New York Knicks have the 3rd overall pick. And everything that I had been dreaming about went to dust.
This, today, is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time. I'm not in the mood to play with anybody. My brother Bomani Jones is in another booth looking at me. I love that brother. I don't want to talk to you today. I've got producers who have been very, very good to me. I've got bosses who have been very, very good to me. I've got co-workers that I love. I don't want to talk to anybody.
And you're sitting up here and you're like, hey, you know, the New York Knicks are great. I mean, look at the position that they're. We don't care, Sean. We have suffered. What are you talking about? Not today. I'm not questioning his basketball analysis. Man knows the basketball.
Yeah.
I'm saying to you, it's the insensitivity.
I'm sorry.
It's not today, not today. Not
My
today.
wife tells me I'm insensitive.
We don't, yeah, she you are. Okay, this is not the day. Not the day for R.J. Barrett, Darius Garland. This ain't the day.
Right.
It was Zion or nothing.
Correct.
My godson, Jonathan Barnes, is sitting right in front of me, and I don't want to look at him. I'm ticked off. But if you are a Knicks fan, this is the equivalent of being kidnapped, stored in a basement, being tortured, and then they let you out when you're of no use anymore.
The basketball gods kicked Kyrie in the KD in the cast.
That's right.
That night.
The golden calf.
That night.
Give it up.
That night.
Give it up. That's very
he's
true.
Like, oh, what happened?
I didn't even think of that. Oh, damn it. I didn't even think of that. That is the night that I said
You know
that.
what? Actually, now that I'm thinking.
I know that they were reporting before. First of all, Zion is Zion. That's a given. We don't need to belabor that. But then I had heard New York Knicks might consider trading Zion Williamson, packaging him, and ultimately getting your hands on Anthony Davis. Obviously, I spoke to the Knicks. They said Wojnarowski, no surprise there, his report was absolutely accurate. There was no truth. We weren't going to move Zion Williamson.
Thank God, because you know what kind of a jerk organization gets Zion and trades him?
But listen to what I'm saying to you. I am fantasizing one or two scenarios, man. This is all I'm doing. Either we have Zion with KD and Kyrie coming, or we have Zion to package with Knox, Ntilikina, and others to get Anthony Davis to package with KD and Kyrie. That's all I'm thinking about. And the fact that the New York Knicks ended up with the number 3 overall pick, to me, Max, stripped them of the left. So in my mind, it's not about losing Zion. It's about jeopardizing what we're all hoping for, which is KD and Kyrie coming, because I'm panicking because it's the Knicks. What can go wrong will go wrong. And that's how I was thinking, and that's how I've been thinking. And to be quite honest with you, that's how I'm going to keep thinking until KD and Kyrie come, because until that moment arrives, I'm going to sit here looking at the New York Knicks. These two dudes are my only hope. The New York Knicks have been so pathetic, so moribund, so disgustingly bad, okay, that I'm just happy with contender status. I mean, if you could get the Garden buzzing again, if you could make basketball relevant again, if you could have people talking about West 4th Street, Rutgers Park, you know, Harlem, 135th Street, Staten Island, and the list goes on. If you could have people talking about basketball in New York City again, I'd be thankful for that. I'm not saying that should be everybody, but I'm saying I'm so desperate for relevancy on the part of the New York Knicks that I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. They could offer KD, we can find out KD had an Achilles. and he's going to be out for the entire year next year.
And you don't know what
I
you
would
get when
still
he's coming
take
back.
every
Still take
penny
him. No doubt.
that I have and give KD it now. And I'd say to him, I will wait for you for
No
2
doubt.
years. I am,
Everyone will say
listen. And Max, are you ready for this, Max? And Will, I'm Stephen A. We all know I don't pull any punches. I'm going to bring the heat. I promise you, if KD goes to New York, there will be no bigger protector than me.
Yeah, but
I don't give a damn. I will carry his bags. I'll clean up his locker at the Garden. Whatever it takes to make sure that KD is comfortable and ready to ball for the New York Knicks, I will do with no objectivity whatsoever. That's how desperate I am. That's how desperate I am for the New York Knicks.
I don't want to see that.
I would.
Breaking news on the Jump Free Agency special. Oh, yes. Nobody is waiting till 6 o'clock Eastern. Adrian Wojnarowski reporting that Kevin Durant is, in fact, headed to Brooklyn to join Kyrie Irving and DeAndre Jordan.
This is the absolute worst day in the history of the New York Knicks franchise. Needed a few minutes to gather my composure. And then when I was doing First Take, and we were in Oakland, and I got word about Kyrie in Brooklyn. Realizing that meant KD in Brooklyn. Realizing that the New York Knicks were going to go without anything. Singers can't be gone. And we don't get KD, and we don't get Durant, and Kyrie rather. No way! This can't happen. And then they had the nerve to get on my damn nerves by bringing up Boogie Cousins as if that was going to suffice. And I immediately picked up the phone, y'all, and called the Knicks and said, oh, hell no. He better not, that better not be your consolation. It's bad enough that you don't have Kyrie and you don't have KD. But both of them went 20 minutes away to traffic on Atlantic Avenue, to the Barclays Center instead of Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks have lost New York to the Brooklyn Nets. They are no longer the team. You lose out on Kyrie. You lose out on Kevin Durant. If you remember during the finals when I was depressed, I came to the afternoon special in Oakland depressed because I said to you, Kyrie and KD are going to Brooklyn. I believe that the producers and Molly and all of y'all brought this up to torture me and to remind me of the level of depression that I cannot escape from because I was fine until we brought up the Knicks.
Jr.,
And this is what happened.
Dennis Smith Jr., R.J. Barrett, Kevin Knox. I can go on and on. You got a squad?
No, you don't. Here's the issue. And then they sign veterans who's going to take minutes away from the young. It's a mess. Here's the issue with the Knicks, Stephen A.
I hear you guys argue all the time about the Knicks because you have love for the Knicks. But since the Knicks haven't won in forever, you still have love for them. We're fans. That's what fans do.
Wait a minute. Don't compare.
Yes, in a way, the Cowboys are the New York Knicks of football,
Don't compare
apparently.
that. We crucify the Knicks. We crucify the Knicks. You apologize for the Dallas Cowboys. That is the difference.
No,
that is the difference. We don't wear pom-poms.
Cowboys are not sorry like the Knicks.
And you still crucify the Knicks. You got an owner who doesn't care. We got an owner who does care.
The New York Knicks look like straight trash. The New York Knicks were so embarrassing last night. Sanitation workers wouldn't have wanted to show up at Madison Square Garden. They couldn't take that smell. But that's not why I'm going off. You see them. Points per game differential, 29th in the NBA, dead last in offensive efficiency, dead last in field goal percentage shooting, 28th. That's third worst in the league in assists per game. They're trash! They stink! And ladies and gentlemen, just for the interest of full disclosure, ESPN Radio in New York City is the flagship station for the New York Knicks, and I'm still telling you, they stink! I will never, in this lifetime, defend head coach David Fizdale of the New York Knicks more than I'm about to do right now. Steve Mills and Scott Perry are throwing him under the bus. Somebody's got to say it. You don't do what the hell they did yesterday.
You don't do it unless you fired the man. You don't do it before you fire him. You don't do it when you're about to send him out to coach the team. You don't do what they did yesterday. But how do you come out in a press conference with a straight damn face on an NFL Sunday evening in the immediate aftermath of an atrocious loss to a hapless Cleveland Cavaliers squad and literally say with a straight face, we were supposed to be better than this with the roster you have accumulated? How do you do that? How do you do that? What the hell is going on?
They would be justified in firing him because he's a lame duck coach. You just cut him off at the knees. Simple as plain, simple and plain. This is not about David Fizdale as a coach. You might think, if you're Steve Mills, that this team should be better. No one else does. My issue with what Steve Mills did was that you went into a press conference and you basically threw the coach under the bus and without firing him.
Just 7 short months ago, you and many others in New York were excited about the possibility of KD, Kyrie, Zion saving this franchise. None of that happened. Your head coach is now fired. What's your reaction?
That it's a disaster, that it's an unmitigated mess that seems to have no ending in sight.
To be quite honest with you, I'm on the verge of not going there again myself. It's just hard to watch what's transpiring. You know, when Charles Oakley got into his situation with James Dolan, Charles Oakley swears to me he never said a word to James Dolan. Spike Lee, after I spoke to him in the aftermath of the Knicks issuing their statement yesterday, Spike Lee said, I swear on the soul of my mother, that is not true. They never informed me, they never told me anything. And Spike Lee, I will remind you, has been a season ticket holder for decades. He spends $3,400 per game, $300,000 per year. As you said, take into account inflation and what have you. He has spent in excess of $10 million on tickets for the New York Knicks over the past couple of decades. I can't take it. I love y'all, but I gotta go. I'm just joking.
Oh my God. And when I think about the Knicks, it does things to me. I'm growing depressed. I'm growing very, very, very depressed. But I am so sick and tired of seeing the Knicks be the Knicks. It's depressing. I mean, can you at least wait until after the holidays to stink? For once? Does our holidays always have to be compromised? Do we always have to rely on a Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade? Or the bright lights at Rockefeller Center around Christmas time to have a reason to be festive? I mean, damn! Damn! Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.